Georgia Bulldogs taking on the Tennessee Volunteers, 6 versus 15, second ranked on ranked matchup in the SEC this week. This is a big one, week 3. This is what we love about college football, and this is a new SEC podcast. I'm Rand Ledet Jr. We got Hunter Ziesman. What are we thinking here for this matchup based upon everything we've seen this season from these two teams?
Yeah, Georgia's favored in this game, 3.5 points, not in my eyes. They're not favored in this game. They're 0-2 against the spread this season. The offense is not clicking. You can call it a rain delay, bad vibe situation that happened against Austin Peay, but that game fairly weak. Tennessee, on the other hand, beating up on a Syracuse team that potentially is not very good, but still, I'm going to give them credit for it. We saw what they did against ETSU. Shout out to them for that. So you got to give them credit in that when we saw what Georgia did with Austin Peay. You can't have one without the other and not give credit for a dominant performance and then, throw away the bad performance that Georgia had.
Absolutely understand everything you're saying here, especially when you look at the performance that Tennessee had against ETSU. You look at the performance they had against Syracuse, and let's not sleep on UConn. UConn's a good football team, but what I say about Tennessee is their passing attack looks more impressive. But the main story coming into this game, and I think that I would expect most media outlets to talk about, is how legit is Gunnar Stockton. I feel like most people believe at this point off the 2 games that Joey Aguilar is legit. He made our SEC team of the week 1. But Gunnar Stockton and this Georgia team, is he the guy? Can he be the guy to lead you throughout the season? Georgia historically has played up and down to their competition. I saw a stat somewhere from a couple seasons ago when they played Kent State. They played them within 2 or 3 touchdowns. That team eventually made the national championship. So it's like, okay, we can go off of the fact that Georgia plays up and down in competition, but we also can look at their play and say, you know what, this might not be that good of a team at this point this season.
Yeah, and it's all about him at this point. Like I'm gonna take Georgia's defense and some of their skill players out of the conversation on the questionability and focus it on Gunnar Stockton. The game hasn't slowed down for him yet. It feels like he's still getting his feet under him, and he hasn't been able to settle into the game. This isn't the one for that to happen, and it's not going to happen against Tennessee right now, who's surging. And if I'm Tennessee, I see such a clear path to winning this game. If you put pressure on him and you stop him, there's no reason that Tennessee at home in Neyland has any doubt that they're going to win this game. Now,
yeah, I think I heard a stat somewhere that they've only lost like 2 games in Neyland over the past couple seasons, 2 or 3 games. So it's really tough to beat them at home. When you look at this Tennessee offense, they've been humming both in the air and on the ground with Star Thomas and Bishop as well. When you think about the Tennessee defense, they did show some opportunities to score against them against Syracuse. What would we need to see from this Georgia offense, or what would you want to see them take advantage of to have a chance to win?
Take advantage of your weapons. You got a revamped wide receiver room that is drastically improved from last year. You shouldn't have the same problems that you had last year. Take advantage of it. Be happy about it. Let your wide receivers get involved because they are better. They're better than what you had. So that's what I want to see is the skill players being able to make a name for themselves. You don't need Gunnar Stockton to be the playmaker. Follow the game management playbook and let him game manage the game and let your playmakers, you have a great running back. So that's where I see from Georgia offensively is you just have to get everyone involved.
I agree. Way. Like when I look at this game, I would say the wide receiver room for Georgia is tremendously better. You got London Humphrey, you got Oscar Delp, you got Colby Young. There were some plays last game where Colby Young was open. I just feel like Gunnar Stockton wasn't able to get the ball there or see him at the right time. You have Zachariah Branch, who is a yak monster. You got Noah Thomas. The room looks better. On the other side, Tennessee is Josh Heupel just gets his O-line to run block. It's what they do, and he's able to get the run going. Defensively, I would say both these teams are somewhat even, but Georgia typically has the edge typically.
Yeah, I'm going to give the edge to Georgia defensively. In this game, it may look like Tennessee's performing a little bit better, but Georgia's going to do their thing in this game defensively. They're going to test Aguilar. This will be, going up against the SEC defense. Had Syracuse, ETSU. Like this will be, is he legit? Can he perform to that level against an SEC defense, against a Georgia defense that I will give credit to as being good? So yeah, if you're looking at this Tennessee offense, they have great receivers, just like Georgia. They have good receivers too. If they can make things work, continue to run against this Georgia defense, force fewer opportunities for Gunnar Stockton to settle into this game, go up a little bit, and they start having a guy working from behind. Personally, I like Tennessee in this one.
I mean, I feel like when I look at all these factors and I look at just the energy of how these two teams play, it's hard for me not to go Tennessee in this game. I'm local to Georgia. I listen to Rusty Mansell. I listen to Brooks Austin. I'm very tuned in to what's going on with Georgia football. And you know, I even think about when Kirby's not doubted in this game per se because Georgia's favored, but I think the talk is a little bit like Tennessee is looking better. And Georgia's only lost a couple games on the road from last season, right? They lost to Alabama and they lost to Ole Miss. For some reason, I like Tennessee in this game, though. I feel like the timing of the game, I think we talked about this in our preview. If they were playing Tennessee like week 6, week 7, I'm taking Kirby. Some reason, I like Tennessee in this one, just how early it is and the fact that it looks like Georgia's still trying to figure out their identity offensively. I'm going to say in this game, I'm going to say 28-21 Tennessee Volunteers.
Give me 2010 Tennessee.
Ooh.
Low scoring, big defense. I think these teams will start to take some time to figure it out, start finding their rhythm. I don't think this is the game where Gunnar Stockton gets it together and starts clicking. I don't think it's this one. I think, they go into the bye week, get ready for Alabama. And I'm an Alabama fan, so hopefully it doesn't happen in that game. But I do like Tennessee in this one. I think it happens for them. Big night game in Neyland.
So we want to know what y'all think. Does Gunnar Stockton takes his first SEC loss? Georgia gets their first SEC loss this season. Is Tennessee able to get their first win, or is Georgia win this game and continue their domination in the SEC throughout the rest of the season? Please drop your predictions below. This is a new SEC podcast. I'm Randall Nett Jr. We got Hunter Ziesman. And until next time.